this is the Zen office being used in the floor sitting arrangement. And right now I'm in the kneeling position with my ankles underneath the piece bench, and I have my laptop on the tilt seat strapped down to it, and I have an external mouse here, which I use on the shelf. And this is a really awesome way to work, because when you're on the floor, you have access to so many different varieties of movement and positions than in the other workstations. And for instance, I'm kneeling right now, and I can easily, like, even while I'm working, I can move into other similar positions, and like, for instance, like this, which is perching, where the knees are slightly in the air, and it gives a different stretch on the thighs, and the other one is squatting, and it's really not really squatting, but it's close to squatting. It's like having training wheels, you know, and squatting is becoming a fad, like kind of like barefoot walking. It really is one of the primal movements that we've lost in our modern world. So this piece bench allows this is what squatting would be like without any assistance. You'd be something like this, and which is great. If you can do this, then it's the ultimate, really, because you're just getting this incredible stretch. But most people can't do that, at least to begin with. And so with the piece bench here, you can get close to the squatting position, and it can kind of be stretching your muscles so that you're able to do it later even without it, maybe, and if you want to. And okay, so that's squatting and perching and kneeling, and you can also do other things like you can do like a little yoga type things where you're like, getting some twisting in, like this. You can just constantly really move anytime that you want, and that it feels good to you. And another thing is, while you're on the floor, you're so close to the floor that, or you're on the floor that you can do all kinds of yoga poses that in between while you're working. Maybe you're watching the screen do something, and you can take a little break from just sitting and do some kind of even lying down type pose or something. And so that the idea is to get creative and think of the whole room as your desk. The floor is just as much a part of your seat and your desk as anything. And so that is the basic idea behind the floor, the sit-down version of the Zen office. And next I'm going to show you restorative position. And you're doing all this work during the day here with these toning positions where you're burning calories, and you're toning your muscles and weight bearing on your body. And like, let's just say you happen to get tired, okay, from all this work, and it would be nice to have a way that you could lay down. And like, if you're on the floor, yeah, you can lay down, but you can't really like work. So what if you could like completely rest your back and continue to work? Well, some people are afraid of that because it looks too comfy. And so now we're kind of like paranoid about getting too comfy because we'll get stuck like we were already stuck. Well, I mean, just seriously, people, any exercise program has periods of rest. So it's not about never resting. It's about there's a difference between restorative rest and inactivity. Inactivity is a prolonged period of rest where your body starts to fall apart. This is different. This is just a comfortable way to restore your energy while you're working. And I call it the Eco Backrest. And here it is right here. And basically, you just keep your computer on the tilt seat like it is, and we've got like a little pillow here that kind of tilts tucks your chin in, so that you're facing the screen better, and you put your legs through here, right here, and basically, you don't really need the external mouse, but it's there if you want it. And I actually just put it on the floor and use it. And so this is how it works. You're just in complete restorative, spine neutral position, or zero gravity, and it's like a perfectly workable position. You can watch videos. There's certain things that are like really fun to be doing this. And so, you'll find that just being in that position for a while, it's just like you took a nap, but you're working the whole time. Okay, so that is a very short version of the movement-friendly office.